After leaving the house and settling into my new apartment, I thought I could finally put everything behind me, but the uneasy feelings lingered. I chalked it up to paranoia, a side effect of living through something so unsettling, but it didn't take long for strange occurrences to follow me to my new place. It started small. I'd wake up to find items in different places than where I'd left them. The TV would switch channels by itself, or I'd hear faint noises in the middle of the night, soft whispers, just barely audible, coming from somewhere in the apartment. At first, I convinced myself it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, a result of residual fear. One night I stayed up late working on my laptop. The air was still, the kind of quiet that felt heavier than usual. As I typed, the sound of a faint tapping interrupted my thoughts. It came from the window across the room. My apartment was on the 3rd floor, and there was no balcony outside that window. I froze, staring at it, waiting for the sound to come again. And it did. Tap, tap, tap. Slowly, I rose from my chair and approached the window. My heart was pounding as I pulled the curtain aside. There was nothing there, just the darkness of the night. But on the glass there were 3 distinct smudges, as though someone or something had pressed its fingers against the window. I closed the curtains tightly, locked the window, and went straight to bed, trying to shake off the creeping dread. The next day I decided to look into the history of that old house. I went to the local library and combed through old newspapers and records. What I found sent chills down my spine. Decades ago, a family had lived there, a man, his wife, and their young daughter. The family had vanished without a trace. The article mentioned reports of neighbors hearing screams from the house late at night, followed by complete silence. The house was left abandoned for years before being renovated and rented out. No one ever found out what happened to the family. It didn't stop there. Later that week, I received a package in the mail with no return address. Inside was a small wooden box. At first, I hesitated to open it. Something about it felt wrong, but curiosity got the better of me. Inside the box was an old key, tarnished and cold to the touch. Beneath it was a folded piece of paper with the words, "You can't escape," scrawled in jagged handwriting. I dropped the paper and the key, my hands trembling. Who had sent this? How did they know where I lived? Desperation drove me to contact the landlord of the old house. I begged him to tell me everything he knew about the property and its history. At first, he was hesitant, but eventually he told me something he hadn't shared before. He admitted that he'd always felt uneasy about the house, that previous tenants complained of strange happenings before leaving abruptly. One family even moved out in the middle of the night, leaving all their belongings behind. He said he didn't believe in ghosts or curses, but he admitted there was something wrong with the place. The final straw came one night when I had a vivid nightmare. In the dream, I was standing in the 2nd bedroom of the old house. The closet door was wide open, and a figure stood inside. Its face was hidden in shadows, but its voice was clear and haunting. It whispered my name over and over again, each repetition growing louder until it was screaming. I woke up, gasping for air, my heart pounding so hard it felt like it might burst. But as I sat up in bed, trying to calm myself, I heard the sound of whispering, my name spoken softly from the corner of the room. I couldn't stay in the apartment after that. I packed up and moved again, this time to another town entirely, hoping to outrun whatever was happening. But the experiences stayed with me, the tapping, the whispers, the feeling of being watched. I don't know if I'll ever escape it, or if it's something I'll carry with me forever. Some nights, when everything is quiet, I still hear the scratching sounds, faint and distant, as though they're coming from deep within the walls, and I wonder if the house let me leave at all, or if a part of me is still trapped there, locked away with whatever dark force resides within its shadowy halls.